Let's make history.
I see myself as a conduit to the cosmos, just for all those who want to learn a little more and just feel like they're part of the universe again. My earliest memories are the Castle Hill housing projects in the East Bronx. It's near the Whitestone Bridge. You can see the Whitestone Bridge from there.
There was a fortified Siwanoy village overlooking the East River, right on the water. And Castle Hill was called Castle Hill's Neck at first. This village was so fortified right there off the water that they kind of referred to it as a castle, somewhat like a metaphor, because it was that fortified, this little village they had, the Siwanoy Native Americans. And this was stumbled upon by explorer Adrian Block in the early 1600s. It's part of Westchester County. All of the Bronx was pretty much, but especially everything east of the Bronx River. The other settlements were more like their own towns, Morrisania, West Farms. Then you had Yonkers, but Castle Hill was part of Westchester County. Then the English took over in 1685, the Cromwell family. And for a while it was called Cromwell's Neck. Then the Wilkins family, Reverend Isaac Wilkins, his family took over. They had it for a few generations. And then it was called Wilkins Neck. Then down the line, it went back to its original name, Castle Hill Neck. Castle Hill was pretty sparsely populated until they built the Whitestone Bridge. And that really brought action to the community. Just farmland, small houses. Then Castle Hill Projects was built in 1959. And in the 60s and 70s, more apartment complexes were built. Michelama apartment complexes. That's when it officially became a Puerto Rican and black neighborhood. You had your white flight, many well-to-do residents who just so happen to be Caucasian moved out into Jersey, other states, out into Long Island. Castle Hill became the hood. You have some notable figures who were raised in Castle Hill. You have J-Lo, Jennifer Lopez. She's from Black Rock Ave. Then you have Remy Martin, or Remy Ma.
This is the house that Jennifer Lopez grew up in, actress, singer, all that other good stuff in the Bronx. 2210 Black Rock Ave.
My house is right there. My bodega was right there. And so it was like, boom. It's like a 3-point play right here. That's all we did. Your block was your world. This was my house right here. This is the house I grew up in. Hi. I used to live here.
Huh?
I used to live here. Huh?
What's your name?
My name is Jennifer. Yeah, I used to live and my room was upstairs right there. My dad used to have a vegetable garden right here. I think he wanted to be a farmer or have a farm at some point, and so he like planted tomatoes and green beans and corn and stuff right here. The tree is gone. There was a swing that my dad put, 2 ropes and a piece of wood, and I used to be out there all the time. I mean, that was like my hangout from the time I was like 10 till I was like 16. I used to be out there when I was like 15, 16 years old. I love it. It's not until you move away from the Bronx that you realize how much it is a part of you.
Castle Hill was like being in your house, but with a huge family. Because even when we came outside of our apartments, we were still with family. They didn't get that Castle Hill was as strong as it was because we had unity. You know what I'm saying? Like even if my side was beefing with the back buildings, couldn't nobody come in Castle Hill and do nothing because both sides would unite like Voltron.
For example, it was a rapist running around. It was like our job to catch him. You get what I'm saying? It was our job to catch him. You know what I'm saying? And at one time, I remember nobody could come from anywhere else and see their girl. They had to date outside the projects.
And everybody know about the boot building. The closest building to the boot building was 2175. But 2175 had some hand skills in there. At the end of the day, nobody can front on that. At the end of the day, nobody can front on that. At the end of the day, the boot building, right, they had their people, you know what I'm saying? They had crazy cribs.
But it's always been these two buildings.
But there's always these two buildings on this side. This is the power. But let's keep it real. Let's not forget that we had some forces on the other side of the street. See, the private houses was actually linked up to this. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Everybody in the private houses was a family to this. Those private houses over there were scrubbing, whatever. They were all linked into this side right here.
I remember when one of the sisters in the building had a problem with a dude she was dating off in another block. One person didn't go settle it. The whole Castle Hill went to settle it.
10 cats from this project right here, Elliot, that went to Sound, that went to IS 174. It was infested with Soundview cats. We was the only Castle Hill cats in there. And if we didn't represent, they to this day, Lord Tariq, Big Pun, I don't care who it is, they can tell you who represented for Castle Hill when we was there. And they'll tell you off the back. And my MO is this: if you didn't get it in, you didn't come home. You had a long walk home. It was nowhere out. Most cats that didn't fight that day found their way home through the woods.
Exactly.
We were not walking up that road.
Or a hell of a track star.
Leave your thoughts in the comments. Don't forget to hit that like button. Subscribe to Will Flores TV on YouTube. Follow me on Instagram, TikTok, and X.